Welcome back. One final point before we go tonight. It's a good start for Democrats to be outraged over migrant children separated from their parents. Now Democrats do outrage over 1 million unborn children every year separated from their parents by being ripped from their mother's wombs. Then I'll know you mean it. Tell me how cruel you think it is to have a zero-tolerance policy for illegal aliens crossing our border. Then tell me about Kate Steinle and how she was killed by an illegal alien who illegally crossed our border 7 times to come back into our country before he murdered her. Tell me about how all these illegal immigrants are legitimate asylum seekers trying to escape domestic violence. And then tell me why the flow of asylum seekers nearly stopped during the first months of the Trump administration. Could that be because economic migrants used asylum as an excuse because they thought they'd have a better chance of being allowed to stay here? Tweet a few more times about First Lady Melania Trump and former First Lady Laura Bush calling the separation policy cruel. And then tell me why former First Lady Michelle Obama, a Democrat, is silent. Could it be because her husband, Barack Obama, did the same thing when he was president and Democrats didn't care then? Tell me more about how much you care about families and children, and then tell me how Obama's catch and release policy incentivized illegal aliens to bring children with them. Sometimes illegal aliens brought children with them who weren't even their own kids to pretend to be family units so Homeland Security and Border Patrol would let them go. In other words, you could say the Obama administration and the Democrats got us into this mess by refusing to enforce our laws. So now that Trump is enforcing our laws, it's a mess. But of course you won't say that. Tell me more about how awful the detention facilities are, and they are awful. And then tell me how the Democrats have constantly voted no to give more funding to Border Patrol for border security. See, this is what happens when you don't fund border security because it's not good for your politics. Nobody likes this policy. Nobody likes to see children separated from their parents. But you know what? There's a solution to this. Democrats in Congress can vote yes on the Republican immigration bill that funds a border wall, legalizes dreamers, ends chain migration, and yes, ends this policy of separating illegal immigrant parents from their kids. And then, when Democrats refuse to vote in favor of this bill, ask yourself, do they really care about these kids separated from their parents? And how radical are Democrats that they won't even agree to a compromise immigration bill that solves this problem? And that's my final point. You can reach me on Twitter at Liz_Wheeler. If you liked the show, please send me an email at oann.com/contact. In the meantime, catch us here tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern. And until then, have a good night.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube. And call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.